Tune in. This week in car audio. Tune in. What we talking about bass? I'm talking about chips. Talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem, you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in. This week in car audio. Yeah. Tune in. This week in car audio.
Welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the Judge, Doug Stockton, co-hosted by the internet sensation, world traveler, at least Vegas traveler, Mr. Jeffrey Fernandez. What's good, Jeff?
Hey, Doug. I'm just visiting my Uncle Caesar here, so, it's unofficial business.
Um, is he paying you?
Uh, Not as of now, no. I'm kind of upset about that, but
Ah,
that's the way it goes.
we mean you don't win every single time?
Uh, Sadly, no. But
Yeah, I'm
fun.
just sharing off to our groups real quick. Um,
Oh, while you're doing that, real quickly, I wanted to announce that unfortunately, we had to postpone the event that I was hosting, the DB drag competition for Thanksgiving in Bloomington, due to in- inclement weather. I
yes.
mean, the weather. Um, we were just, looking at the percentages, just kind of playing it by ear, waiting day after day. And then it was like, you're in the construction business. I think you had mentioned 40%, no problem. I saw that, probably in the beginning of the week, and then it jumped to like 80. And now if you check the weather, it's like 97% chance of precipitation. So, going to postpone it. However, again, if you guys are listening, you guys are still wanting to attend the event, double check with Richard at Base Wars, as well as Robert, to see if they're still going through with their event. I believe they are, but always double check. Always double check.
Okay. Uh, just throwing a couple of tests up there real quick. See how they're going. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, that kind of sucks. I've actually been
Yeah.
kind of itching to maybe, get an event going with Roger here. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, just,
Did you
uh,
guys finalize a date?
no. I haven't even got that far into it here. Um, but yeah, I definitely kind of, I'm not saying jonesing. Oh, there's Miguel. Miguel, last week's guy, topping in. Spencer Stanolan, testing in there. All right, cool. But yes, the I just been I'm starting to get settled now where I'm at and whatnot, and it's about that time to start putting together maybe a couple of shows. Um, shoot, it was like 20 degrees here the other day, and now
Got a
it's
breeze, right? You guys got a breeze?
oh yeah, and now it's back up to I don't know, mid 40s, high low 50s at night again. So,
Hmm.
um, living in this little trailer, I actually had to turn on a heater the couple nights last week.
Oh, no.
So, but yeah, other than that, because I was like laying in bed, I was like, damn, it's cold. Cover up with the blanket a little more, and I was like, no, it's too cold. Get up and turn on my heater. So, but
Been there.
yeah. We need more events out here in the PNW, please. How do we go about that, sirs? I don't know what PNW is,
Yeah, where is that exactly?
but why don't you tell them about the 1X events and what they can do and stuff, Jeff?
Yeah, so if you are interested in having an event near you, I would suggest the first thing to do is contact DB Drag Racing, send an email to Celise Harris or Wayne Harris, and you could, search the internet and find their email address. Then they can contact, they can go through their list of judges, territories, whatever, and they can contact the judges directly and just leave them your contact info, and they'll be able to set up an event near you. That would be the best way of doing it.
Oh,
You could, however, if you
Pacific
have it on
Northwest.
loud, where is it?
Pacific
Oh,
Northwest,
Pacific
Washington,
Northwest.
Oregon,
Oh,
probably.
Oregon. Ah, okay. I know Chemo has done events out there. He's done the what's the show called again? I forgot.
Uh,
Shoot, it's a big show. I don't
yeah,
know. I
Chinook
forget the name.
wins. It's
Yeah,
called Surf City.
Surf City. Yeah, so I know
Yes.
Chemo's done was the judge there. I know Andy is in surrounding states in Idaho, so there is judges in that area, so it shouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah, that is not too bad. Or you can do a 1X event by yourself, right?
Correct.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Joel chiming in with Surf City to help us out.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, so yeah, definitely. Um, you can always host a 1X event by yourself or with your team. Put together something with very minimal stuff: a DB drag banner, a tent, and a two system Magnum with two clamps and two sensors. You too
Yeah.
can host 1X events. Um, the thing is, too, if you guys need help, you can always text me or Jeffrey, but most likely me. I mean, Jeffrey's always willing to help too, but I make myself probably more available than most people. And if you have questions, I can help answer them also. So is Andrew and Timo the guys to contact? I don't know who Andrew and Timo are.
Probably Andy and Chemo.
Oh, there we go. Andy and Chemo. For multi points, most likely yes. But if you want to do
Shoot,
a
we don't even know
1X,
if
huh?
Joel's available. Joel might be available. He'll
Oh,
drive up
shoot.
there.
Joel loves driving. Yeah, Joel says I can fly there if you want.
There you go.
So, anyway, we're going to continue our series of talking to world champions. This week, we have the Pro Stock 5K world champion, Mr. DB Rev Smiley. What's good, Smiley?
How's it going, guys?
Hey,
Yeah. Um, so why don't you tell us about your build real quick?
It's a 2014 Dodge Dart with
In your background.
two. Yes, right here. Just got it clean, getting ready to go to Mecca Finals tomorrow. It's got two Sundown Audio compact Neo V3s on a SD 20K.
Okay.
that's
And
heavy duty.
here's a discussion I've had with Wayne Harris. Um,
Hmm.
so what power amps have you tried? Obviously a 20K. Have you tried an 8K? Have you tried a 10K,
Well,
15K?
I've got a Sundown SCV 6K that I can use,
Uh-huh.
but one of the other organizations that I run, a Pop Tarts organization
Hmm.
that he has, I've got unlimited power, so that's the
Uh,
whole reason I got the 20K in there.
So is there a difference in your score when you run the 20K versus run the 8K, say?
No, no.
The 5,000 watts is
I
5,000
think
watts on your
though,
system.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think also it's more like equipment reliability. You know,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
not pushing an 8K as well. I mean, you're not pushing a 20K as much as you would an 8K in a wattage limit class. That's what I
Yeah.
hear, anyways. But like you're saying, 5,000 watts is 5,000 watts. But
Yeah, on the 6K, I mean, if I had to, I could just wire down to make the power, which I'm wired down in the dirt on this thing for
ooh,
that unlimited power class. You know, 'cause I can get 20K out of this sound digital. You know, and so I mean, I'm not worried about the amps or anything. The only reason it's in there is just for those unlimited classes that I've got. But but yeah, I've got a smaller amp that I can run if I wanted
uh-huh.
to for 5K.
Hmm.
Did you also compete in the pro stock, or I'm sorry, in the freestyle class at World
Yes,
Finals?
yeah, I was freestyle 5K, which I won that one too.
Oh, I will add that to the post. Also, cause so what I'm doing is I'm going through all the DB drag guys. Then the next I'm going to look through all the base race, and then I'll do
Yeah,
cyclone and so on. But yeah, so I
yeah,
didn't look.
yeah. I won the pro stock wall 5K, the
Okay.
freestyle wall 5K, and the 49.9 base race. Had a really good finals this year.
Oh, wow.
Woo!
Hmm.
So DB Rev, I used to see a handful of guys in the lanes.
hmm
Now, obviously, I only saw you this year. So, is that like a team?
Jeremy Coe was there with his
Oh, yeah,
van.
yeah. DB Rev.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Patrick decided to take a year off this year from Super Street No Wall.
okay.
And then our other guy, Peyton, he's going to be running in Super Street X next year. So
hmm So, what about base race for the rest of the team or top dog or?
we've tried to get Jeremy to base race his van in 59.9, but he's a no demo guy. You know, he's burp
Ah.
only, so I haven't been able to get him to do the base race yet. I'm working on it though.
You should
Did,
be able to do the 160 plus with no
Yeah,
sweat.
yeah,
did you jump
yeah.
in
No,
the top dog also or?
I was getting points, but right at the end of the year, I wasn't able to get to the last couple of shows I needed
Mm,
to get my top dog points. Um, so I ended up not doing that this year. I'm definitely going to do it next year. I've got a lot of practicing to do for that because those guys, that's a whole different ball game than base race. There's a whole lot of strategy that I'm just trying to figure out right now.
hmm Yeah. So I mean the top dog runs at World Finals were actually really cool.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I mean the base race runs were awesome too.
hmm
Did you win the local competition or were you second for
No,
the?
I won the regional. It was me and
Oh,
Sam Dunn,
that's
and
right.
then it was us two in the finals for the championship too.
Oh, that's right. And then Sam
Yeah,
Dunn set up his car so
yeah,
that I would
yeah,
lose to you. I remember now.
yeah, yeah. I paid him off.
I believe it. Um, no, but no, that's cool. I mean, base race is. I tell competitors all the time, if you don't want to spend a lot of money in the competition, into the build and this and that, um, base race is the most fun you'll ever have at any
Oh
competition.
yeah,
That and top dog.
100%. I'm a straight up SPL guy through and through, but
Hmm
base race is where it's at. You know,
Yeah,
that's the most fun, the most nervous I ever get is for base race.
yeah, yeah, and especially like when I was doing the beat the boss part, dude, I was riding
hmm
9.9 in everybody's
Yeah,
car, like
yeah,
way longer than I should have.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. But
So
if you know the car, you can do that. So,
that's correct.
but that's what's hard about jumping into someone else's car. You know.
No,
Oh yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. So part of what we do on this podcast is we like to get involved more with you than just, you know, oh, hey, he won a championship. He's a really cool guy. Let's, just introduce him. We like to know more like about you. So, what was your
hmm
introduction to car audio or whatever?
So growing up, like I knew nothing of car audio, never knew anything about it. Every now and then, you hear some guy driving down the
Hmm.
road, banging, and never sparked my interest. And then the year after I graduated high school, the summer I graduated, I got a job delivering for Domino's. And one of the guys that I worked with, he had an old Chevy Malibu with 4 Crossfire DB15s in it, and it was a big diamond wall. And that was the first time I ever heard anything loud, and the car that I had at the time, I just got a couple months prior, and I didn't want to do anything to mess it up, because I didn't know any better.
Hmm.
Well, my night shift manager, he had his own stereo shop during the day called Soundworks up here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee,
Yep.
and he was on me for months. Let me put some tins in the trunk. And I was like, I don't know, and I finally let him do it, and absolutely loved it. And then like 2 weeks later, which I didn't know this at the time, but the first DB Drag Finals here in Nashville, Tennessee,
Oh.
I went to that, and as soon as I walked in the door at the old convention center, my
Hmm.
mind was blown. The first I walked straight up to the Orion demo van, and that did it for me. Literally like 3 weeks later, I came back home after that weekend. Like 3 weeks later, I had a wall with 415s.
Were they Orion?
No, no, no. They
Oh,
were
okay.
Crunch Drive Series, and I was running the Crossfire CFA 1000s,
Hmm.
the white series amps
Yep.
from
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah. I think Scotty Johnson was running those also at that time.
No, he had a Soundstream,
Okay.
and the Soundstream mules, and the Soundstream amps. I can't remember how many amps.
Oh, what
Um,
year was that?
that was '98.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
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 no, no.
yeah.
Okay.
He had that little Honda Accord, I think it was, with 1212s in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, as I met him and Chris Gregory and all that, way back then. Like,
Uh, Speaking of Scotty Johnson, we saw the announcement this week. They bought
mhm.
Incriminator also.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
mean,
know.
a- and it's not that they were. I think he did the same thing he did with Sound Audio or
Sundown.
Sundown. Sorry,
Yeah.
Sundown, where all he's doing is he bought the company, but he bought the company to give the owner Nick and his group the opportunity to expand or be better
Hmm.
at what they did.
Yeah.
It freed them up to do more stuff.
Yeah.
I think is his intention.
Yeah. As I
So,
know, Jacob, whenever Scotty bought Sundown,
mhm.
Jacob just wanted all that headache off of him, so he could just
Yep,
concentrate on developing
right,
and coming up with new ideas. So it should be good for him.
yep. No, it should be. I've known Nick since before he started at Incriminator, and really good guy, and nothing but happy for the guy.
Hmm.
He seems to be happy about it himself, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so nobody did audio. It was just one of the guys you worked with and introduced you.
Yeah.
And then it was the not MTX. What one did you say it
The
was?
Orion, the
Orion.
Orion
I
band.
knew it was one of the
Yeah.
red colors places. Um, yeah, so it was one of the Orion bands. What now? Was it one of the competition bands or was it just a
No,
demo van?
no, it was a demo vehicle.
Okay,
Yeah.
so and this is before the 24-inch woofer they had, and you know, because it wasn't long after that, like 2001 or 2002 or so, is when they introduced that big old woofer that they used to hang from the chains at CES.
Wait, who?
Oh,
Orion?
Yeah.
that's
Oh no,
that was the MTX
that's
jackhammer.
MTX. I
Yeah,
always get the red
MTX.
letters
Okay.
confused.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely before the jackhammer.
Yeah. Oh, as a matter of fact, I've got the CFO for Ryan, and when we get done with all the champions, he's going to come on the show.
Okay.
So he was really, really cool about it. He thinks what we're doing on the show. He tuned in a couple of times. He's like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And he went to World Finals for the first time in years this year, and he was just it just invigorated him to participate more.
Hmm.
So guys like you definitely made that happen, as well as you did at the 49.9 base race and your DB drag runs. And I mean, it just inspired him to be more interested in participating, you know?
That's cool. So, I
Yeah.
mean, because I I remember in '98 when I first went, I remember seeing Alma Gates in the lanes.
Hmm.
I can't remember the guys' names that owned them, but there was a what was it? MMAT's Astro
Oh.
van, and then a
Hmm.
Stroker Astro van that was going head to head. That was really cool to watch back then.
Yeah. Oh,
Might
were
have
you?
been John Henry. Oh,
Yeah,
was that?
John.
Was it? I think he might have had the mats or.
I'm horrible at names, and that
Maybe
was what is that
it was Trio. I
27
think he was
years
Trio.
ago now.
Oh
it,
yeah.
it was a minute ago.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to see who else I got on here on my list because there was a Steve Cook. I got him on the list to come on the show too. Um, you
That'd be
know,
Oh
cool.
man.
so Steve
Yeah,
Cook's
he'll have
van
some
from back
stories.
in the day, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so we have a plethora of people coming up. Winston, we got next week. Uh, I really love if somebody here happens to have video of him when he won the
Oh, his
top dog.
reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his
Yeah. That
reaction was
was the most
awesome.
awesome reaction. I mean, that's what it's all about right there.
Yeah.
Uh,
So he was looking, asking his buddies, and there's Bo Borden popping in. Got the so I heard he got interested in competing again next year.
Hmm.
He called out RP.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. I don't know if RP called him out or he called RP out. But uh, I hear him and RP are going to be going at it next year. So.
Yeah. And then Jay's gonna get caught in the crossfire.
oh man, that's right. Yeah, can't forget about Jay.
I mean, you definitely can't forget about Jay. I mean, he's been a solid competitor for years, and just what he's won it the last 3 years before this, right?
The last 2 years,
2 years before it.
and then in 22 we had a bunch of issues with some brand new voice calls that we were using, so
Hmm.
we had a lot of issues in 22. Um, but yeah, the last 2 years, it's been every year between him and Bo, it's been super super close, except for
Right.
this year. This year was the first year it was more than like 2/10.
Yeah.
And
Bo.
Bo's in here. Congrats on that score, man. That was crazy.
Oh
That's
yeah.
that was the score that we were trying to do, but
Bo says Jay's my boy. So that's cool. No, I appreciate the stuff like that is just
mm,
what makes DB drag what it
yeah.
is. You know.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, the friendly competition, the stuff like that.
being
Yeah,
so
it's good that
close.
they're not at each other's throat physically, but it's good to have a motivator to elevate your own game. So
Yeah. Um, with that, so are you going to continue to stay in that class, the 5K, or are you moving up, or what's your
Yeah,
intention?
I'll for the foreseeable future, I'll be in Wall 5K. I've got a truck that I want to build for like 1 to 2 or 3 to 4, but
Hmm.
I don't really have the money to fund it at the moment. So I would definitely be staying in the clamp classes for right now.
Okay. Bo put on there. He goes, the three times that Jake beat me by a total of .5 dB between
Oh, it's
three times.
probably less than that. It was literally probably less than that. Because one year, the first year we had Jay's van out at Mecca Finals, we were down a sub, and Bo got us by 300ths,
Oh,
point 0.03, and then we got the sub back in for drag finals. This was in 21 when it was down in Alabama, and then
okay.
we got him by I think it was 2/10 over in drag, you know, and
Hmm.
then let's see. And then 22 is the year we had all the issues. And then 23, I'm getting them all messed up, but I know one year we beat them by a tenth. Next year we beat them by 2/10. So I mean, it's literally until this year, it's literally just been like a tenth or two. This that battle between Jay and Bo has been crazy. It's been very
Hmm.
very stressful.
And obviously, since you're a teammate of his, you sharing that stress.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I built that van in this garage. I mean,
Oh, did
so
you?
yeah, yeah.
So you're DB Rev headquarters, huh?
Uh, kind of headquarters.
um, yeah. So I
How about Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, hey, were you at the World Finals when the Extreme car decided to drive through the door?
No, I was not. I remember hearing about it though.
So Jeffrey and I went through a thing for when we did the Oklahoma. Well, yeah, it was Oklahoma when we did our 25th anniversary. We had a bunch of guys on here from the previous years. So, are there any stories that you want to share from finals past that of not
Oh,
necessarily in the lanes, but the stuff you guys do on the side and have a great time with?
oh my God. Not necessarily from finals, but I remember um just the road trips going to like DB drag shows back in with Chris Gregory, Scotty Johnson back in the days, going out drinking and everything, just having a good old time.
Hmm.
Finals
Nope.
wise, I generally don't do much at finals because by the time finals is over, you're so damn tired, you just go get some food and go crash.
Oh yeah. Were you on it was that competitor party where it was on a boat and
No,
Mm.
no, oh okay. Yeah, that was fun. I want to say that was probably like
That was in Louisville,
2006.
right?
Was it Louisville? Yeah, I think we boarded a ship. It
Yep.
went around,
Hmm.
and I don't know if it was open bar in
Yeah.
the ship there, but oh yeah, lots of fun time. That was one of the ones I can remember.
2006 Louisville, going to Bo.
Ah, there we
Yep.
go.
And I remember there was a competitor named Porn Star on there. Um, and my recollection is he got a little on the wild side. Weird. Somebody named Porn Star got a little wild at where he was on a boat with alcohol. Odd.
oh,
um, so okay. So, Mr. Smiley, what's your favorite memory from any show, or what's your favorite show that you've attended?
I mean, it's got to be honestly finals every year. That's what I work for year
Okay.
round. You know, um, most shows, I go just to get the points. I'm
Okay.
not big on standing around all day because it's hard on me.
Hmm.
But finals is what really gets me motivated to keep doing this. I honestly hate working on this car, but I got to do it for finals. I
Right.
live and breathe for finals.
Okay. So this finals, I think, would have been your first time really being at a show that I was kind of emceeing, right?
No, No, the first one I think with UMC was the 25th anniversary in
Okay.
Owensboro.
Owensboro.
So
Yeah,
that was
Wow.
your first one for doing that?
yeah,
So,
yeah. I had done I think it was 2015 finals just for base race.
uh-huh.
Um, and then I think my first time actually really competing in drag was in 2022, I think, because
Okay.
I'd always been a mecha guy. That's where I started.
Hmm.
Um, uh, and but I I was trying to get into the sit on the dash,
Hmm.
stuff. And then when I finally started testing and building for it, that's kind of where I'm at now.
Did it help your mecha score by doing that?
Yeah, yeah.
So I tell people all the time, if you're successful in DB drag, your ability to be
Oh yeah,
successful in any other organization
yeah,
is
yeah.
so
If you
many
can get loud,
fold.
yeah, if you can
Yeah.
get loud, throw it on the dash. You're loud everywhere.
That is a cool
But
part of it.
yeah, my headrest setup does not work for sealed.
Oh, you have to open it up for headrest?
Well, for burps, I can run my sit on the dash setup, but
Hmm.
for like park and pound, the 30-second music average, outside the vehicle, my
Uh-huh.
sealed setup does not work good for it at all. So I've
Oh,
got kind of a second setup, a different port setup that I put in for park and pound.
okay. And how do you do in that organization? Champion multiple years or?
Yeah. I've done pretty good throughout the years. It's been kind of the last couple of years since I've been working on Jeremy's van. I haven't really put too much focus on my stuff, so I've been getting a lot of seconds.
Ah,
Hopefully, I can change that this year, but we'll see.
hey, he was telling us backstage, everybody, he's trying to give hope to everybody at Mecca. He's trying to lose DBs instead of gain them.
Hey, yeah. I literally since DB Drag Finals, I've been working on this thing, and I'm down quite a bit from where I was. So,
Wow.
but that's part of it. You test some things works, sometimes they don't. You
Yes,
know.
they do. Um, so what was your thoughts with having me MC? Because some people find it very distracting.
Oh no,
Um,
I love it.
okay.
Like anything that gets the crowd,
Hmm.
any spectators, involved and heightens the atmosphere, I think it's
Hmm.
great.
Yeah.
Because you get some spectator, you know, interested,
Hmm.
and I mean they could be the next, you know,
Oh
big
yeah.
time guy. You
Yeah.
know,
And I also think it's important to try and hype up and share the excitement of you winning
yeah,
a championship because I feel there's times when somebody wins a championship and it's just winner DB Rev Smiley
hmm
and instead of or DB Rev Smiley with 160.4 or whatever and that's the end of it, right?
yeah,
And I find it very important to try and bring the excitement, or at least so that spectators understand the excitement of the guy winning a world championship.
yeah. I definitely love whenever you're at the shows doing the MC and the commentating and everything. I absolutely, it's fun. I thoroughly enjoy it.
And a little bit of the beat the boss, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see how you get through a whole weekend doing all that MC, and you got to be like hoarse by the end of it, aren't you?
So usually by the end of the first night, I'm pretty hoarse.
Uh,
But I go to bed. I only sleep like 3 to 4 hours a night. I wake
ooh,
up and my voice is back. So,
that's nice.
um, yeah. And usually the second day is nowhere near as taxing because there's a
Hmm.
lot more dead time in between.
Yeah.
So
Ah,
it's the first day is the one that's tough. When it gets really bad, I'll drink some lemon juice, and that'll help calm my throat down a little bit. But
Hmm.
other than that, it's like I said, it's not a big. I mean, I've been doing it for 25 years, So, it is what it is. But like I said, some people do find it distracting,
Hmm.
and so I'm always kind of curious. I'm always trying to be better at what I do, and so that's why I ask. It's more of, hey, I'm trying to be better. Is there something that is annoying or that doesn't work for the intended purpose? But the intended purpose is, as you stated, is I'm trying to get the people that might just be walking by to go, oh, what's going on over there, and then to bring
Hmm.
them in, and then do my best to explain what's going on, so they're not
Yeah.
just looking at a bunch of numbers, you
Yeah.
know. So,
Yeah, it definitely doesn't bother me
okay.
when I'm in the lanes. I zone into that screen. I honestly, when I'm running, I don't even hear any outside noise.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, what I mean, are you guys looking to expand DB Rev, or is it just as far as your team goes, or?
Uh, no, Gary Fletcher is the president
Hmm,
of the team, and he likes to keep a nice, small team, very tight knit. Very selective on who we let in.
hmm.
So no, we don't want a huge team like some teams are out there.
Okay. Yeah, I may, once we go through this year's champions, I might reach out to Jay, and once again, he's another longtime competitor, right? And
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
it'd be cool. I've reached out to Bo, even though he's here watching, and he just ends up being too busy to come on. But it'd be great to have Bo on. I really enjoy people that have been around doing this for a long time,
Yeah.
for the simple fact, and they have stories and stuff that are
Yeah.
really cool, you know.
Yeah. I would love to see Bo and Jay on here together.
Oh, you know what?
That'll be
There,
interesting. What's that?
yeah, that might be a way, something where I can convince Bo to do it. Um, but like I have to ask Jay and I'd have to ask Bo together, and see if they would do it, which would be cool. I would really appreciate them both to come on.
We could get Jay on. You just got to get Bo.
All right.
Got to
Eh,
find a time that Bo can do it.
if I told Bo it was going to be him and Jay, I think he would buy off on that.
Yeah.
Ah,
Um,
so true. Did we, you said you also won the 49
yep,
uh,
Hmm.
championship, right? Did we talk about base race at all, or
not yet.
how? Okay, yeah. So would you tell us, like, I don't know if you want to divulge, like the song you use or stuff like that, but um, were you, did you compete last year in the
Yeah.
in base race, and how did you do then?
I got second last year. I won the regional and then got second last year. Uh,
Okay.
I use it's one of the big pimping tracks.
Okay. One of the newer songs that is now you
Yeah.
can use for base race for
Yeah. Yeah.
this past season for the season. So
Yeah.
that's good. That's good to hear that.
I definitely like being able to use whatever tracks.
Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, Last year I had just got used at finals. I just got used to the um,
Boom check.
what yeah, the boom check
Boom
tracks. I
check.
just started figuring out the different note changes in it and how to adjust for it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I would have been fine, if they would have left that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because the more you practice with
Ah.
the boom check, anyone you can run them.
Yeah.
It's just learning those tracks.
Mhm.
So
The boom check's pretty smooth too.
yeah,
As long as you play the correct one, right?
yeah,
So if you play the one that when it hit changes frequencies, that frequency changes your peak note, that's bad.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
with my setup, when it's set up for sealed on the dash for drag, that note change can vary in SPL quite a bit,
hmm
because it's very peaky the way
hmm
it's set up for sealed on the dash. So that was the only hard part of using boom check. But like I said, once you practice any song, you can use any song. You know,
Yep.
you just gotta practice it.
Yep. I would agree with
How do you
that.
feel about the hundredths place? Have you gotten to that point?
What's that?
The hundredths place
No, I have
after
not.
somebody
I
ties.
haven't. I was hoping that me and Sam were going to be able to get there during one of our
Mhm.
runs. But I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Have
I
you
Maybe.
would
practiced that at all?
not yet, but I will be practicing it before finals next year.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
And then top dog, you didn't make points for.
No.
Um, so, do you have any tips for people that might be doing base race?
Uh, I mean, the big thing, like until you've got some experience with it, it's just practice, you know, and just find your volume, you know, whatever volume you need to come out, you
Hmm.
know, and then just be steady on the clicks, you know. I used to be a bass knob guy,
Hmm.
and um, and I just switched to volume clicks this past year, which was really helpful. You know, once I
Really?
got used to it. Yeah, yeah. I was just bass knob for years, and I tried the
Yeah.
volume clicks, and I didn't like it. But I think it was last year before finals, I started doing volume clicks, and it really worked out. But I mean,
Okay.
the big thing with it is just practice. I mean, there's really
Yeah.
no secret sauce to base race. It's just you got to practice.
That's why I'm not very good at it. Um, no, the I'm a feel kind of guy, so when I like
Yeah.
bowl tournaments and stuff like that, it's all about the feel. When I played basketball, it was all about the feel, right? So
Hmm.
I'm a big feel guy, and so the volume clicks on a deck are very foreign to me. Where with a bass
Hmm.
knob, I can feel I can feel the bass slightly
Yeah.
rising, and
Yeah.
I feel I have way more control over the system as a whole with a bass knob.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I can see both sides of it now. Now that I've been one and then now I'm using the other, I can
hmm.
definitely see the benefits of either one. It's really what you're more comfortable with.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I just feel like with the volume clicks, you know, I know exactly how much, you know, each click it's gonna. If I'm
Hmm.
hanging on a nine, then I know one volume click it's not gonna go over. Where if
Oh,
I'm just barely doing it with a knob, it may still go over. So I don't know.
yeah. I will tell you
What
with
if the
the
knob had clicks?
huh.
What if a knob had clicks on it? That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah,
So
I think
Instead of just a
there is
smooth,
some that kind of has a clicky feel to it.
there
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
We got a new guy in the chat I haven't seen before. Hognuts213, whoever that is. Um, but no, so like the bass knob, I don't know if you've ever seen the one that Josh Tattoo does, the
Hmm.
bass knob recovery. But it has a digital display of percentage,
Oh,
and
okay.
that makes it so much easier because I got the feel, and then I have a visual of when I'm going from I say 67% on the bass knob to 68%. I got a visual
Hmm.
of that, or to 69. And if it's just kind of a little bit, you more than just a feel, you got a visual representation
Yeah.
of what it is. So I
I,
really
I
like
don't
his knobs.
I don't know if I could look down away from the screen long enough to see that knob.
Oh, so you
It's
hold
okay.
I hold the knob like right here.
Oh, I got you. I
So
got you.
I can catch it right here in front of me while I'm looking at the screen.
I
Uh,
got you.
Kind of like when you're driving and you see your speedometer, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's and that's I do appreciate his knob, but like I said, 100%, I'm a feel guy, and
Hmm.
with the knob, it to me it took away my feel.
Yeah.
You know, Like when I was riding the 9.9 for 5 seconds, 6 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't just like, on click wise, it'd be a half a click back.
Yeah.
Instead, it's one click down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that to me was, but honestly, World Finals was the first time I've ever used a deck volume as my uh, beat the boss, the way I controlled the system.
Yeah.
So I've used steering wheel controls before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was interesting. It was odd because Rosa, Moses's woman,
Yeah.
she used her steering controls on her car,
Hmm.
and that was really odd.
Yeah.
Um, but definitely it was. I was out of my comfort zone using a deck for the ones
Mm-hmm.
I did. But I mean, I was there. I I was right on 9.9 the whole time on every single one of the runs. So I can't complain. That's what it's about, right? Is
Yeah.
something I've never done, never been in. Hand it to me. Let me show you what I can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also
Yeah.
think that shows people how easy it is to be part of it.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Hmm.
it's the easiest format to get into. Like you could take a $400 or $500 system and
Yep.
come compete in 29.9.
Yep.
You don't have to have a whole lot of money, and you'll have a blast doing it too.
hmm it's a great gateway drug for DB
Oh yeah,
drag.
hmm definitely.
Um, yeah. We tell people all the time, hey, invite one person, and we double in attendance every time, right? Um,
Yep.
and to be honest with you, when somebody shows up new, and Jeffrey, I've seen Jeffrey do it too. They show up new. Hey, what should I do? Well, do you want to just see how loud your car is, or do you
Hmm.
want to have fun? If you want to have fun, let me introduce you to Base Race Top Dog. If you want to just see how loud your car is and it's your first time, hey, let me show you FreeStyle, right?
Hmm.
And that's the same way you do, Jeffrey, right?
Yeah, burp or music type questions.
Right. And then if they're a demo guy, then obviously just, Cyclone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
how low can you go?
It would be nice to see some of these demo guys get into the 49 or 59 class.
oh, for base race?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's lots of demo rigs out there that could do it.
Oh,
Hmm.
absolutely. In California, the problem we have is I don't want this to sound bad, but the truth is they're afraid to lose.
Yeah. That, that
And,
that's the way it is, I think, everywhere.
is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And as
Because the meter doesn't lie.
no, it never does.
No.
Um, but in my opinion, Base Race and Top Dog are perfect for like DC audio or Incriminator audio if they have a manufacturer vehicle,
Hmm.
because the way it works is if they do say DB drag, say they do 5K DB drag, and you beat them, then you beat Incriminator audio, say, right?
Hmm.
But if you beat them in Top Dog or Base Race, hey man, that's such a game that you didn't beat the company, right? It's just you happen to win this time. And
Hmm.
where if they're not as loud as you at the DB drag level, then I could see how people can take that as they're just not loud enough. They're not as loud as whatever Sundown, right?
Yeah.
Because you ran Sundown in your car, he ran Incriminator, and they're an Incriminator factory vehicle. Because you beat
Hmm.
them, obviously they're not as loud,
Yeah.
right? So I do understand factory like Rusty used to compete in DB drag until he realized, says, oh, hey, if somebody finally beats me, because he won 2 years in a row, I believe, in the
Yeah.
street stock class, and he realized, whoa, 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 if somebody beats me, they're not beating Rusty Flowers, they're beating DC Audio,
Yeah.
and that's when he stopped competing in DB drag, and that makes sense.
Hmm.
But any manufacturer can build a vehicle and take their
Yep.
demo vehicle and compete in 49.9 base race or 59.9 or even 39.9 base race.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I wish we had more manufacturer demo vehicles like there was back in the day.
Yeah.
Because a good 60-70% of drag finals back then was the demo and the manufacturer, demos and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know, you don't really get that these days. There's not as much support or backing from the manufacturers as there used to be.
Well, to be quite honest, manufacturing was about a 400% profit in the early
Hmm.
2000s,
Yeah,
late 90s. We were looking at about 400% markup. Now your margins are 30 to 40% at best.
yeah.
And if it's a good customer, you're not even getting that percentage.
Hmm.
So the amount of disposable revenue is decreased
Yeah,
pretty drastically nowadays. Um,
yeah.
the internet opened up markets to a lot of people to make knockoff products, we'll say,
Yeah.
and it really has hurt the manufacturing of the car audio. The ability for them to be innovative, it makes
Hmm.
it more difficult because you still have to make your money, right?
Yeah.
It is a much more difficult industry now than it was, like I said, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
So, um, so what's your future look like with this? Just
Same as it is now, just keep trying to get louder, and try to show up at finals and, put on a show, try to win some championships
so,
or at least have fun losing.
yeah. So, is this your first DB drag rings then?
Um, well, 2015 was my first base race championship.
Okay.
Um, and then last year was my first drag championship. I won OG 10K.
Oh, okay. And then so you're starting to collect rings.
Yeah.
Do you share them with it? Do you get like a team ring or anything like that that you like the whole team buys one or
No.
um okay.
No. Jeremy did do something pretty cool for me 2 years ago when he won his championship. He bought one, so we both had one after winning that year. Which I shout out to Jay. That meant the world to me.
Hmm.
As I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into that vehicle. I won 3 championships this year, but I'm more upset that we lost to Bo this year. It kills me that I wasn't able to get his van up to a 77 this year, because that was the goal.
What was his final peak number that he did?
uh,
76 what?
76.3, which was a
Okay.
tenth down from what we did last year.
Okay.
Um, but Bo coming out with that 77.1, I mean, we can't be upset at that. I mean,
No.
that's awesome to see. You
Hmm.
know, it's crazy what Super Street has got to. You know,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
So
because
yep.
next year is going to be a 78.
Yeah.
I mean,
It.
you're getting close to extreme numbers.
Hmm. In uh back in 2001, 2003-ish time frame,
Hmm.
I was building um, I had a Super Street 1 to 2 vehicle that we built that was doing 68s, and it
Yeah,
was stupid loud. I mean, there wasn't anybody that could touch us at 68. We were 4
yeah.
dBs ahead of the next closest guy. Now,
Hmm.
and now that was 68 on the old mics, right? So in all reality, that's about a 61,
60.
62
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah,
And we were 3, 4 dBs ahead of the next guy.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, hell, it was what 2018-ish when the first 70 happened, and now all of a sudden we're up to 77s.
yeah,
You know,
I mean
I mean,
Jeffrey's
but
score.
you get two strong competitors like Jay and Bo.
Yep.
They're gonna push each other, and you see what
Yeah,
happens. You know.
yeah.
I mean
They'll definitely pick each other.
Jeffrey, you did in '07. You did 64, right?
Close to the 64.
Or
Yeah,
63.8.
yeah.
Right. So he was 63.8 in 2007 with the sensors, and I think that was the first
Hmm.
or second year with the sensors, right?
Okay.
And so yeah, he did 63.8, and in no wall, nobody touched that score for what, like almost 10 years
Hmm.
before somebody was finally able to beat that score that Jeffrey had. And now look at it, they're doing 72, 73s all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
a lot has changed. You know, back when I
Yeah.
was doing it, it was super street, 1 to 2, no wall. So you're only allowed to have two woofers at the most. Now, you know that it's uh, unlimited subwoofers. It's yeah, stuff like that is just it's just changing the game
hmm
Yeah.
to where it is now. So
So, so being is, you've been around DV drag this long and whatnot. If you were going to make a rule, is there a rule that you think like DV drag needs to implement or get rid of or any of that stuff?
No, I think for the most part, I mean, DB drag. I mean, I think that's the standard to really look up to. I love the way Wayne does everything. Um, there's not really too many issues, with people complaining about stuff. Um,
Oh, that's because you're
so
not a judge.
yeah, yeah, and I'm not in extreme, so
Yeah. So, but you,
but no,
you you feel the rules are pretty fair,
oh yeah,
understandable.
yeah.
how about base race?
But
Anything different?
uh, I I will say I am glad that they did, went back to the, run your own track.
hmm
Um, I get why they had to implement the boom check because people were using basically test tones.
hmm
That's not really
Yeah.
right. You know, but if we can keep people just using regular tracks, I absolutely love the way base race is right now. I think it lends itself to more of the ties, and the multiple ties, especially at the big shows and at finals. That's what really, I think that's what all the base racers really love is when
hmm
you go into multiple ties, that gets your adrenaline going. And, that's the funnest part about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
And you,
because when I went in 2015, me and Walt Johnson, we went like 13 rounds.
uh,
So, I mean, that was at that point, I didn't even care if I lost. I was having so much fun.
it was awesome, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, let's see. What did Walt tell me? Walt told me, I said, hey, you want to come on? And let's see, what did he say? Oh no, this wasn't Walt. I gotta ask him to come on. I thought I asked him already. He didn't. I didn't ask him. I will tell you, we had four people that just said straight up, hey, you know what? That ain't my thing. Thank you anyway.
Hmm.
But it's not a bad deal coming on here and just kind of talking about what you did. I mean, it's really just us having a good time and
Yeah.
talking about what happened and kind of introducing you to the masses that may not have made world finals and may not have met you,
Hmm.
may have done the world finals in Canada, have never seen you before, right?
Yeah.
It
I,
puts a
I,
person to it.
yeah, I do keep I'm not big on social media, and I'm not a very super talkative person unless I know you, so I don't just go up to people at shows, even if I know who they are. If I haven't
hmm
really talked to you, I'm not one to come up and just start chit chatting. That's
hmm
not in my nature. But if we know each other, I'll chat up. all day long about car audio. I absolutely love it. I eat, sleep, and breathe it. This time of year, I don't get much sleep, because my brain's constantly going, trying to figure out how to find a couple more tents. But yeah,
Yep,
this is pretty great.
that's awesome. Well, hey, well, Jeffrey, we've already hit our hour, so why don't you hit him with the question?
All right, Smiley, you've mentioned you've watched the show before.
Hmm.
There's a question we ask at the end of the podcast. There's no right or wrong answers, but basically we want to know what is your definition of a basehead.
My definition of a base set, it's someone that loves competition, that you know, loves to work hard to find those gains, whether and not afraid to try anything, because some things works, sometimes they don't, and that's part of it. But, you know, you do it for the love of the competition, the camaraderie you get, especially at finals, you know, I, all the guys on my team, I would do anything in the world for them. And I love that part of it. It brings people together.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Absolutely.
we like to always tell people that you know Jeffrey and I may have never met, never been friends if it wasn't for DB drag racing, right?
Hmm.
And the people that you make as friends in here aren't just fair weather friends in general. Most of the
No,
time,
they're
they become lifetime friends.
lifelong friends. Yeah.
Yep, it's
Oh,
extended family
Yeah.
is what they become.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like you
For
said,
sure.
Jay and Bo, right? They aren't
Yeah.
even on the same team, but I guarantee
Hey,
if
hey,
Jay
we
called
are
them,
now.
oh, are
Now
you?
that Scotty owns Sundown and
Yeah.
Incriminator, we're teammates now.
So, I guarantee if Jay called up Bo next week and said, "Hey, dude, I'm a little down. My amps are blown, and there's no way I'm going to be able to compete unless I don't know what I'm going to do." I bet you Bo would find a way to send him amps or something.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
mean, they're
yeah,
they're rivals through and through, but
hmm
they're both good people. I mean,
yep,
if either one of them needed anything, I'm sure they would do whatever they could.
yeah, absolutely. I believe that wholeheartedly too. And that's the kind of people you meet within this industry or
Hmm.
this little play sandbox that we play in.
Yeah,
So I always appreciate the people we play with. It's like I said, they become more than friends.
yeah.
So Jeff, anybody you want to shout out or say thanks to sponsors or any of that stuff? Right,
Uh,
Smiley.
I would just shout out to all the guys on DB Revolution,
Okay.
and then all the guys at Sundown Audio that takes care of us, helps us out. I appreciate it. And then Chris Gregory for everything that he does here, getting all the DB Drag shows going.
Hmm.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have DB Drag around here. Really appreciate it.
Yep. No.
And
Well.
then Celeste and Wayne, sorry to cut you off.
No, that's
Celeste
fine.
and Wayne, thank you for everything that you do.
Yeah. Well, we like to hold up Gregory as a model. Anybody
Hmm.
can create in their area, just
Yeah,
like he did with Tennessee Base Racers.
yeah.
Everybody has the opportunity to do that, and if you need help with that, I'm sure if you reach out to Gregory, myself, Jeffrey, any other judges, they're going to be willing to help you create that also.
Hmm.
So,
And I can't forget.
okay.
I got a shout out to my lovely wife that allows me to do this. She's in the other room listening right now.
All
I
right.
love you, and she's so supportive and comes to all the shows and absolutely loves it. So thank you so much for allowing me to do this
Ah,
and supporting.
appreciate it. Hey, Jeffrey, real quick, Manny wants to know what the hell SEMA was last week.
Oh, I must have missed it. I was gone. I get here and
Shucks.
where is everybody? I'm ready to party. What's up?
All right. Any last thoughts from you, Jeffrey?
No, not so much as again, really really bummed that I had to postpone the show that was supposed to happen Saturday at
Hmm.
Bloomington, because we were supposed to get that back up again. It was
Yep.
back in Bloomington. Hopefully, we're gonna get through this bad weather, and get another one set up ASAP, and hope everybody that's still planning to go to the event on Saturday, have a fun time, and you guys all be safe and try to stay dry.
All right. Cool. And for me, hey, guys, like I said, I'm kind of interested in hosting some events out here, so I need to get a hold of Roger and maybe do some stuff out here in Dallas. You guys check out the DB Drag calendar if you're in California. What's his? Whoa, I lost somebody. Was it Jeffrey? We lost Jeff. Um, there he is. He's back. He's just in the wrong spot. Um, uh, anyway, if you're in California, go check the DB Drag calendar. And Joel is putting on shows. Jeffrey's trying to do some shows. It's really cool. Manny said he had a blast at SEMA this year. Got to meet Roger from Crossfire, and it was really, really awesome people. So, um, but yeah, other than that, thank you guys for tuning in again this week. Thank you for checking us out. We're getting a lot of downloads from the audio side lately. So, we appreciate you guys downloading that. If you guys are listening to those, share it with somebody. Let's try and expand it. We've been pretty stagnant for about the last 2 years on our downloads. So if we can increase that number, that'd be awesome. We've been stuck pretty much at 500 for about 2 years again on our YouTube channel. So if you guys like, subscribe to us on, if you're listening on the audio side, go to This Week in Car Audio on YouTube and subscribe. That'd be awesome. I'd love to get to the 700 mark at least for subscribers. Other than that, definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back again next week. We'll have Winston. And I swear to you, Smiley, if you know anybody that may have got that video, I need the video. Uh,
Yeah,
Winston hasn't found it. His reaction is the
it was
reason I
gold.
continue to judge. His reaction was awesome.
Yeah, seeing those emotions come over him
Oh,
and just
yeah.
yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was
Congrats,
phenomenal.
Winston, and on your first championship, man.
Yep.
Enjoy it,
Hmm.
and go get another one next year, man.
Yeah. So we'll have Winston on next week, and but yeah, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, we'll see you guys all next week on This Week in Car Audio. That's 6:30 California time. Still the only time that matters. All right, guys. Peace. We out.